Guys, so I'm sorry that I haven't posted sooner, but I've been. Hi guys, sorry I didn't post sooner, but I have had a manic week with a lot of stress and family issues and things. And as you can all understand, I put that first, and that has even come before a lot of the reading. Last week I took part in the Booktubeathon, and I'm just going to show you some of the books I read during that time. Not as many as I would have liked or have hoped to have read, but I did read some books. So I'm going to start off with the first book I read, and that was Quidditch for the Ages by J.K. Rowling. This was a reread for me, as one of the challenges was to complete a book with pictures in it, and this obviously counts because there's quite a lot of pictures in it throughout. I really enjoyed this. It just dives straight back into the world of Harry Potter without having to get too much into it, because if I read a book I will then have to reread the whole series, and that is time consuming when you want to read more books and experience more worlds. But yeah, this 4 out of 5 stars. This book I finished reading was Inkheart, and now I wanted to use this book for book to movie adaptation. I haven't watched the movie yet, and I think I probably will do next week when I'm hopefully not as busy, but also a cover that has red on it. This clearly has a lot of red on it, and start and finish the series. Now I didn't finish the series because the books are quite big, but I am well on my way, so I am very happy with that. For those of you who don't know, Inkheart is a book where the protagonist in the book can actually, two of the protagonists in the book can read and bring characters out of this book to life, and to be able to read and bring a character out of a book to life would be fantastic and amazing. I'm sure anyone watching this video can relate to the idea of being able to read Harry out of a book, or be able to read Katniss, or any sort of character, and to sort of experience their world and see what it's like for them in our world. And it's just an amazing spot, and I gave this again 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I read these two on a train, one going to and one going back, and they're about 200 pages each, so that's okay. And that is Gossip Girl, I Like It Like That, which I think is the 5th book in the series. I just bought this for 20p, and will be reading it back to where I bought it from, and it's okay. I gave it about 3 out of 5 stars. It was just a light read. And the final book I read, cover to cover, was A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. I've been to read this for ages. I bought this book for £1 last year. The Clockwork Orange, for those of you who don't know, is sort of a dystopian novella which is set in, I think it's set in like Ireland, and it's like in the near future, but the city's kind of unnamed, and in it there's dialectal terms that I think come from Russian, and you sort of have to kind of work out what they are, but it's pretty obvious just what they are, and you follow sort of the exploits of this gang going round the city, tearing up chaos, and sort of the leader of the gang, you follow his perspective of it. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. It's a great book and a great read, and I'd completely recommend it to dystopian lovers, because this is a classic. The next book I read, I started reading, was Inkspell by Cornelia Funke, and I only got 54 pages in, but that's better than nothing, and I'm very happy in that. So in total I read 1,600 pages, which obviously isn't 2,100, it's about half what you meant to read. I was completely happy with that. I had a mental week, and I'm hoping to get through the rest of the Inkheart series over the next week or so, and we'll make a review of that and a review of the Clockwork Orange. But next I want to talk about is the Underhyped readathon. Now I haven't posted my TBR yet because I've been so busy with family stuff, as I said, but I'm going to post it now in this video, so I'm doing 2. The last book I'd like to mention is the book with the least ratings that I'm going to be reading, and if I keep looking down it's because all my notes are down there, by the way. Is Trust Me by Mallory Blackman. Now this has 98 ratings on Goodreads, which I found shocking because of Whole Noughts and Crosses Saga and Boys Don't Cry and Noble Conflict, but essentially this book is kind of a contemporary with a twist. Heather goes on holiday with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend dumps her, and she's like, why? And she kind of discovers that he's like a vampire or something, and it's just, I just want to get into it and read it. It's only 200 pages. This copy is highly better because it's second hand, like a lot of my books are, and I can't wait to read it and see if it lives up to my Mallory Blackman expectations. The next book I will be reading, and I've already started because I just couldn't stop myself, I bought it for £2.50 at a charity shop, and that is Ketchup Clouds by Annabelle Pitcher. Now I looked at this and it only has 4,008 ratings on Goodreads. I am shocked. It is amazing and fantastic and brand new, and clearly so underhyped. yeah, I love it so far, and I'm going to finish that tonight and start on Trust Me. The next book I want to read is a review copy that I was sent, and that is Tease by Amanda Mackil. I'm not too sure how to pronounce the last name, so sorry. At least I did start reading it about 20% of the way through on my Kindle, and it is set in the point of view of a protagonist, and the protagonist is kind of up for a murder trial type thing, and it's very interesting in the sense that this girl, she was picked on and died, and she's a victim, but not the victim in the way the protagonist tells it. So that's very interesting, and that has 1,058 ratings on Goodreads. And the final book I plan to read is Tape by Stephen Camden, and it has 262 ratings on Goodreads, and it is about I think a boy records his sort of thoughts and feelings of a cassette tape in 1993, and then in 2013 Amelia picks them up and listens to his recordings and brings them together in a very strong connection. And that sounds very interesting, and the cover is fantastic, and I love it. It's bright yellow, and I'll put a picture in because they're on my Kindle. I think that's all the books I'm going to attempt to read. If I do get through, I'm going to plan on finishing The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. This has like 19,000 ratings on Goodreads, so it's cheating a little bit, but I don't think it's hyped. I just think hyped books don't necessarily have to be books that have low ratings, but books that aren't mentioned, that loads of people have read but don't ever really talk about and don't get credit. Likewise, I will carry on reading the Inkheart trilogy because everyone mentions them, but they're not hyped in the sense that they've been jumped on sort of a bandwagon and have skyrocketed popularity wise. They're just known to be good books that are underhyped. So that's my opinion personally. Let me know yours in the comments. Let me know if you're taking part in this or took part in Booktubeathon. Let me know if you've read any of the books I've mentioned and what you thought of them. Bye guys. Bye.